gonna pay for all with no resistance now. Do it. What we gonna call it?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the Tennessee Titans taking on the Las Vegas Raiders. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Ashton Jeanty. And he's able to plow forward out to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Alert! Hey, alert 33!
They go play action. Mayfield. He'll air this one out for Mims. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
A first carry for Rachaad White. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Titans. Rachaad White, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are on the board first here in Vegas.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 7. And that flag accepted. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They go play action with Ward. That's complete to DK. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 36. Off the play fake, Ward. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Titans first down.
Throwing is Ward. Left side, he's got Robinson. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Raiders' 19-yard line.
Get it!
Here's Ward. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Let's go now.
To the air again, Ward. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
60 Bison.
Ward to throw for it on 4th. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Ready.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Ready.
Ward. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Looking to put a drive together.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Following the interception, Mayfield. That's caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22.
Vegas, first down.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
On 1st down, it's Genty. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. The Raiders at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they were able to get that road victory in the opener. Now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Now Mayfield. Working downfield, he's got Thornton. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. So the celebration in the end zone, but meanwhile we do have an injured player. We'll take a break and get a report from Vegas after this. is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line. So this is going to come out to the 35. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Well, this defense for the Raiders, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury and having to write down all the turnovers his team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover. Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you try to have a few men in the box there.
63 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Second quarter now, Titans in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Ready, set. Here we go, here we go.
To throw is Ward. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Ready.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They'll run for it. This is White. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. They stay on the ground with White. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Rashad White with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Titans are an extra point away from drawing level. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out.
That's caught at the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Dante Thornton on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Now Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
1st down, Tennessee.
To throw, here's Ward. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Gotta assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They go play action with Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, the first 2 drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
36-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
From the 38 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
38-yard line.
Point right, 180. Hey, alert 33. Kings. Got.
Mayfield off the play fake. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Alec Pierce, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Raiders 28, Titans 14.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The last series for them a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This is caught by Robinson. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
10-yard pickup brings up 2nd down at the 35-yard line.
Let's go.
2nd and 10.
Hurt. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Street. Go street.
They go with White on the counter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 102 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Play fake. Here's Ward. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
19 tight. Ready.
Play action. It's Ward. Under pressure, and they got to him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Throwing now, Ward. Looking deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On now is the Titans punter, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Brock Bowers, 63 yards. And the Raiders have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. 2nd and 6. And now an audible here into something else. 2nd and 6. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Down the right sideline, inside the 20. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Ashton Jeanty, 74 yards. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the rout is on here in this 1st half.
42, Titans 17.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the 1st half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the 2nd half. Now 2nd and 3. On play action, Ward. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
18, pat to 60, pat to 60. Hurt. Motion, check.
From the shotgun, it's Ward. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
It's a gain of 25 yards.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go.
Ward again. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Wandale Robinson, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down.
Come on. Set.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Early on, the running game's been working well. The offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit him over the top, unsuccessfully.
And his kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Ball at the 40 here for second and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
77 look.
They'll run. Mullins. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Going for it, here's Ward. That's to his running back, complete. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on his spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter?
Right.
It really doesn't. They had to go and try and make something happen if they had any chance of winning this game.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run straight ahead with Genty. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's Mayfield. Able to find his man, Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
180.
Baker changing the play at the line. Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
180. What's up?
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Dante Thornton, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are able to add on to that lead. So I tell you what, Charles, I know that you don't put a ton of stock into power rankings and things of that nature, but another score here, and 2 weeks into the season, this is maybe the most impressive team in the NFL. Would you agree?
Well, they've certainly sold me as they've sold you, and I agree with you, no question about it. They won easily last week. They're on their way to another lopsided victory here. They're definitely a team to be reckoned with, and they are serving notice to the rest of the league.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
Ready.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. They start the drive with White. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Here's Ward. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good pickup after the penalty, 12 yards, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Raiders will have a short field to work with as they take over. A run out of the gun with Genty. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They go back to the ground, this time Jacobs. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And past the 35, we're going to drop the yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
A give out of the gun to Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Ashton Genty with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Raiders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Makes the score Raiders 56, Titans 20.
On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained, into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. Breaks the tackle down the alley. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And a Raider first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, 28 yards. And the Raiders are on their way to a 2-0 start. But Charles, in this win, they've really just had one speed, and that's been all out. They're still driving the ball downfield despite the circumstances and the big lead, and they just continue to find ways to get into the end zone with ease.
They're certainly in that zone where almost everything they try is successful and often leads to points. Teams don't get those types of games very often, so when they do, many of them just want to take advantage of it to the last second.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing is Ward. That's complete to DK. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Ward. And that will be incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Now, no reason not to try it there. They do indeed convert on 4th. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. This one hauled in, and again it's... And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. And the defense has come up with it. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run straight ahead here with White. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Opting to run again here with White. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Rashad White, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Titans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember, but at least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave this stadium.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Roger McCreary there to bring him down defensively. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge, no place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Real. Good. 220. What's that?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Well, this offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
180.
Mayfield down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
180.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
He's going to let it fly. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
The Raiders take over first down 10 at the 29-yard line.
Set. 180. What's up?
And they will take a knee here. And they take a knee. Charles, a lot of happy